2018 has left me with more than 10 games that I liked, but in the end, I narrowed it down, and I'm proud to present to you my top 10 games of 2018. What's up, guys? This is Ryan Ramakrishnan. If you're new around here, welcome to the channel. I invite you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because there's a lot of really good content coming your way that succeeds this video. So if you like this, definitely want to stay up to date on that. So definitely hitting that notification bell will help. But first of all, if you are new, you probably missed out on a whole series that is actually a part of this video. So you're gonna want to check out that link in the description below where you can check out my number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 games of 2018. Yes, that is a bunch of games that I absolutely loved, but the list just keeps getting better and better with each video because I decided to take that inevitable top 10 games of 2018 list and break it down into 10 different videos. So without further ado, it is time for number 3 of my favorite games of 2018.
Next time you get in my way, I will not be so gentle.
Girl problems again.
Gotcha. A.K.A Games didn't just create their most fun and entertaining game to date. They created the finest Spider-Man game yet. One that brilliantly captures the essence of being the web slinger in all of its glory.
Peter Parker, how the hell are you?
Marvel's Spider-Man ultimately lacks in a few departments here and there that its contemporaries would best. Yet, the game nevertheless proved to be some of the most fun that I've had this fall. Swinging around New York City, fighting thugs with stylish combos and gadgets, and interacting with some iconic villains all helped shape up this 20-year experience to be truly unforgettable. I cannot stop thinking about the joy that the gameplay gave me. In fact, the overall experience in story, combat, mechanics, and general tone alike all managed to stick with me for quite some time. I have to give a great deal of my praise to Insomniac for their work on the many mechanics that would go into making a solid Spider-Man game. It was endlessly enjoyable, thanks to their dedication more than anything to web swinging.
No pressure, right?
At least for me, that was the best part of the whole experience. I can't express how smooth and seamless it felt to swing from building to building, practically flying across the city. And the amazing main theme that would play instantly as you start swinging away makes every moment of movement across the gorgeous city feel that much more wondrous. The developers really did prove that they know movement better than their already great works showed before it. I found endless joy in that alone. But once I would hit the ground, combat was instantly entertaining as well. Marvel's Spider-Man obviously wears its Batman Arkham inspiration in combat, and fortunately that action does it justice, if not even more. Insomniac's combat system is super fluid and versatile, and resultingly, there was never a dull moment for me. I did sometimes find myself a little frustrated with the excessive sable enemies and the weapons they used. Otherwise, however, Marvel Spider-Man impressed me in the incredibly fun combat systems it had. The way combat works is simple on paper, and even in execution in many ways, but it also calls for some really quick reactions and use of all of your abilities in your disposal. I appreciate the game's gadget use greatly, and how they would integrate into the melee combat. Marvel Spider-Man, when not being experienced midair across the city, is at its finest when you're chaining combos together, as you jump from one enemy to the next, shooting webs all around you, perfectly dodging attacks, and performing some stylish finishers. The awesome gadgets Spider-Man would use to help create some of the most versatile action sequences in recent games really made it that much more fun to play for me. I love the action in this game, and I found that the mission structure was also for the most part really enjoyable and pretty easily approachable. While some of the game's puzzles did feel a little unnecessary and outdated a couple times, the rest of the open world's offerings appealed to my taste greatly.
School's out, Taskmaster. Why are you stalking me?
An organization hired me to see if you're worth recruiting.
I'd rather be Jonah Jameson's foot masseur than work for anyone who'd hire you.
The numerous enemy camps were a blast, offering me so many different ways to exercise the aforementioned delightful combat, gadgets and stealth options alike, and the stealth was very viable, one that would also leave me satisfied with sick perch takedowns and jump attacks, similar of course to Batman Arkham's self, and all for the better. I also really liked the backpack collection. I found that really interesting, something that I loved going after, thanks to the fun little nods to a perceived world before the game's story, and and many a great Easter egg or reference. Marvel Spider-Man uses things like this to expand the narrative of the living and breathing New York City that it is set in. Most impressively, it delivers a great story, fit for a comic book, or, for me, a movie.
Maybe the city needs our friend more than you think.
The plot is told in the perfect pace, rarely making me feel like my time in and out of missions was useless or dragging. I truly look back on Spider-Man and think that this game had the best pacing, and as that plot thickened, more and more familiar and unfamiliar characters appeared, giving me insight on new and familiar faces alike, all of which were pretty interesting.
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party! Just in time for the fireworks!
Looks like we made parole, boys!
I'm out!
Electro? Why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party.
Peter Parker, outside of his superhero moments, was a compelling character in and of himself. His story about the relationships with Mary Jane and Aunt May, and the many villains and recurring faces alike, all showed that he was an interesting character even without the mask on. He was faced many tests that showed him to be a real man.
No, not that kind of over!
I was super impressed with the writing and the voice acting alike, both of which were totally film quality, helping turn the game story into one that would be emotional, entertaining, and of course unforgettable. And easily acting is one of the best Spider-Man stories that I have come across.
Your city and everything you care about will be destroyed. People will beg you for help, but you won't be able to save them.
And that alone would make Marvel Spider-Man one of my favorite games this year. But all the smooth web swinging, fast, fluid combo-based combat, and impressive world building, combined with the fun and engaging narrative, made Marvel Spider-Man one of my most memorable titles of 2018 and on the PlayStation 4 as a whole.
Love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorites.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for now, but I have plenty of other videos coming your way, and you're definitely going to want to make sure that you are staying up to date by ringing the notification bell so you guys can check out the rest of the series as it is released and uploaded, because I'm super excited to talk about a lot more games. And whether you're watching from the very beginning where I start with number 10, or you're ready for the actual Game of the Year discussion with the number 1, I think that there's a lot of fun to be had in this discussion where I tell you about the games that I loved and respectfully give the developers their attention that they deserve, and talk about why you deserve to check them out if you have not already. And then of course the discussions that we get to spark in the comments below. So I'm hoping that you guys will leave me your own lists. I didn't get to play everything this year because it has been a busy year in not just games but just in general, of course, so I don't get to play every game, but I'm really excited to see what you guys think in the comments below. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this series, and of course I hope that you're stoked to hear my Game of the Year and then let me know your own. So once more, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.